My content is intended for adult collectors of the product, not made for kids. Hello everybody! Now for this video, it is going to be going over the new gears that come from the random booster. Now simply because I've done so many videos on this on the past, and some of which YouTube for some reason has decided to block off comments, we are doing it once more, also because I want to cover stuff. So this is going to be covering just the gears, competitive usage, and how they kind of apply to the stuff. So just like a quick lesson again on it. And I will be showing off combinations with the gears that you can make, since I do have all this dynamite stuff. And then after, I will do some short battles. Now, before I even continue, make sure to subscribe and click bell notifications on, just so we're clear. I will weigh each of the gears that I have here. Generally, they're about the same weight as the original, with maybe slight differences, but L gear is about 15.58 on this one. F gear is about 5.53. S gear is about almost 4.3. V gear is about 5 again, yeah. And they basically just help quite a bit. So to go over, now I'll actually start with L gear. So the important thing to note with L gear is that this permanently makes your Devil, Dynamite, or Dangerous in high mode. They just get stuck in high mode because that's how the gear is. Now, since I have to have Devil to actually show this off as well, just simply put this gear on. You put them all in their high mode, so there is no low mode when you use L gear. Now, for the use for all of this stuff, what do I think of it? Generally speaking, I feel that high mode is best suited in opposite spin matchups. You can maybe get same spin to work, and I think for these two, when you have L gear and F gear, they can do fine same spin. They do good opposite spin. Dangerous, it's just about there. I think the performance is fine. It's good for opposite spin. Same spin, yeah. Each of the gears kind of have a slightly different effect, so these two are the same, but for Dangerous, Dangerous kind of has a slightly different use with the gears for how it works and everything, but I think L gear is like, it's fine, but it's not something I would really want to use in a lot of combinations, simply just because of, you know, how useful is it? If it's really niche, then I'm not going to really consider it. Now next up, F gear. This is, I think, the most important gear to Devil, Dangerous, and Dynamite. This is what really makes them way more useful. It makes it have a much rounder shape. It helps increase its performance for same spin and for opposite spin. And generally, that's actually pretty much the same with Dynamite and Dangerous, but Dangerous is a little bit different. So the uses for Dynamite / Devil, more specifically with just F gear alone, is you get an increase in performance in opposite spin. You do better same spin, because you do have that increase in weight overall because of the gear. Now, while these two are more catered to stamina usage, because of how Dangerous is, F gear kind of has a slightly different effect. So I would just say generally, like, okay, yeah, opposite spin, so fine. We're not going to talk about opposite spin. Opposite spin, it helps quite a bit, obviously. Same spin without any F gear, same and opposite spin without F gear is awful. Same spin is slightly more of a buff, but generally speaking, with F gear, it's just to help improve the attack potential with Dangerous for same spin. But since it's still poor overall, you really would just use it for opposite spin stamina. Same spin is kind of whatever, because too much recoil and it kind of dies a little bit too easy. Attack, it's still not as strong as, let's say, Savior or Ultimate, so yeah, it's just kind of like, whew. Alright, now moving on to our next one. Let me see if I get this right. That should be fixed. Free spin. Okay. Moving on to our next one, S gear. So for S gear, there is two modes. Fixed and free spin. Now, first of all, S gear is really, really important because 35.22, 35. To have this in between the whole talk of S gear Obviously, too, with All Might, since All Might's gimmick with it, because after that we talk about the performance step separately, but there is this gimmick with, like, the whole bound thing, but the thing is, this will never work by itself, so ideally it's to have the S gear with it, which, to show you the weight without any of the gears, we're going to turn on the scale, because it's a lot of weighing in this video to explain. So All Might by itself is about 38.08. Then after, with S gear, it's 42.39. Then with V gear, it is about 47.97, which still weighs more than your average quad drive thing. But yeah, it's, you know, free spin, it doesn't make any sense. So ideally, it's to put this in fixed like I was trying to. And then after, you can see that, even though I don't really believe in that whole gimmick thing, you know, it makes more sense for its purpose to be used. You also, yeah, there's free spin on the All Might, and the V-Gear just helps with it. Well, I explain more of the V-Gear a little bit later in the video, so. Heaviest disc in the game, but what uses do each of these have? Now, when it comes to fixed, it buffs up attack combos quite a bit. Like, you can say, like, you know, like, Ultimate, Savior, and Guilty don't really need it. You know, that's fine to say, just they really, really buff attack combinations. They just hit it with a much stronger force because of the weight and everything in the shape of it, and it pairs up really nice, and that's why I really do love using Nexus plus S. Now, with free spin, right, free spin I don't really care too much about. For me, it's just kind of like, whatever. Free spin, I guess you would really just use for opposite spin matchups. For how effective it is overall, eh. You know what I mean? The other issue with Nexus plus S is that if you're gonna use it for stamina, it's best to actually I would just recommend something like Mobius. I don't really see it well on other stuff because I feel like it's gonna scrape too much. And in general, it does have a little bit of a scraping issue, especially with the attack combos. You do have to be smart with how you use it because you could end up just killing your whole stamina by scraping. But it is a very solid upgrade overall, and I really enjoy it. Now we get to the one that's kind of just whatever, which is going to be V-Gear. Now with V-Gear, you can upgrade All Might and Venture. Now, to go over this, for Venture, so basically what the V-Gear is, it's a metal attachment, it's circular, you just push it on, and with Venture, it actually makes a tighter lock on it, so it's even tighter than before. With All Might, nothing. It's just the circular shape and helps with stamina, but not a tighter lock on this one. This one there is because of how it locks on, right? Now with these two drivers, the one thing with V-Gear that is true for both of them, other than increased stamina / LAD, is that they are more likely to self-KO. So that is always a risk with attack types, but with V-Gear, especially on All Might or Venture, it is a little bit annoying. And I think, you know, while the stamina on Venture is solid, for attack types, especially with DB attack types, you do need something a little bit more aggressive, but I still think it's like solid, it's fine. But aside from that, yeah. So if I put this on here, just so you can see, increased weight and everything. Yeah, I think that's kind of it for mentioning for this stuff. There's not really anything else. So now I get to show off combinations that you can make with this stuff that looks really cool. So first of all, we're going to show off the basics. So this is a long video because I had to go over the gears again because reasons. But we're also going to go over, also yeah, for All Might there is fixed and free spin that you can choose from. I prefer fixed on All Might in general, but yeah, with Dangerous, there is also low and high with this, just to mention. Let me just get on. So just to show it off, Perfect Dangerous, and just to get the scale here, because people care about how much the stocks weigh on this stuff. The original Perfect Dynamite, 82.37, and then after we get to about 87.05. Here with Completed Devil, it weighs about 81.79. So I actually have Dynamite Perseus, so we're gonna stop with weighing it because it's... So with here, for an example, we have a completed Dynamite Perseus. The next combination is with this gold Belial. This is actually with the white from Dynamite Ragnarok and the blue from Cyclone Belial. So for this one, we have the completed Dynamite Perseus. I believe it's, well, I guess, Perfect Perseus? I don't know, I just call it Perfect Belial just because it's completed. Very, very nice blend of all the colors and everything. You get the gold Dynamite Belial. Now we have the red to match, but very, very good visually for this one. Completed Devil. Normal. So for this one, to remove the gear, it's really simple. You just take it off like that, and as well for Venter, you just push, turn, again, push, turn. Very easy. So to get the gold on there, then after, Dangerous Gold with the gears. Let's see. Yeah, it looks okay. So this one is a completed Blue Devil. Oh yeah, actually, before anyone gets angry, here is the gold with the white. Now, this is the completed Holy King Belial. Here we have the completed Belial that is with Devil. Okay, so a test launch, 3, 2, 1, go shoot. And it does have the free spin on Nexus plus S. Alright, let's see against Vanish. I'm actually a little bit curious to see who's gonna win between these two. I'm assuming Devil just because, but I don't know, it'd be interesting to see. It's the Red Devil versus the blue. Actually, I might go to red because I think the blue hit the wall too many times. I'll take it. Kind of just missed there for all the hits. Oh, and Ragnarok is really going at it. But it's not even... Wow, actually, never mind. Now it's actually going at it. It's going to be Ragnarok as a stamina. Now this is the perfected Holy King Dynamite. This is in fixed, and we're gonna see how it does against this stuff. We have got Bahamut as our actual first opponent. Hoping for something. Let's see, can we actually OS Bahamut? Can we have that reality? Right Astral. Right Astral is of course an attack, but you know, we don't know what's gonna happen. Good hits. Over. Yeah, it's like so easy to burst this. Okay, now we've got the completed gold from the all-in-one set. Okay, test launch. 3, 2, and shoot. Always gotta have one self-KO, huh? Alright, well. It does. It's like the anime. Yeah, that seems about right. Oh, it was almost a burst too by Guilty. Almost a KO. Ooh, scraping a little bit, huh? Yeah, that is a little bit of a weakness for the thing that it can scrape on low stuff. Let's see how it does against left astral that has defense. Or shads. Alright, you know, finish the job, yeah, finish the job. Savior. I mean, come on, make my day, I guess. Nice. All right, so here we have Dangerous Belial with all the gears and everything. I mean, it's a better performance than the stock. That's what I'll say that much, because the stock's really not that noticeable. So we already got the 5 for this one, so let's start off with obviously everyone's favorite bay, Magma Ifrit. No one's favorite bay. Let's first do a test launch. It's 3, 2, 1, go shoot. Very nice, it's very stable. So now we're gonna put this thing in high mode. And we're just gonna see the difference. 3, 2, and shoot. A little bit more shaky. Oh, it's stable in the center, that's good. Actually, why don't we do high mode against Magma for the fun of it, because it actually doesn't matter, because I win regardless. First to 3. It just got outlasted. Alright, there you go. Magma's dead, and I've done the high mode on this thing. Now I get to try it against some other stuff, like Greatest Raphael. We'll put this now back in its low mode. see how it does. Maybe it wins, maybe it does not. Let us find out. Well, it's just got to win because of stamina, so it should be pretty easy, actually. Oh. Okay, knocked off the armor and everything. Now we gotta see how, this thing's gonna perform. And Phoenix takes the victory once again. All right, next up is going to be Roar Bahamut with the red moment. Now, since this is a left, we'll throw this with free spin. Always felt like the gears kind of just like, never really explored too much in all these battles. But yeah, free spin Nexus plus S against Bahamut, so we'll see if it does better or worse. That's going to be where we are ending off this video. So let me know which one did you enjoy seeing? Did you enjoy seeing the white dynamite, the gold dynamite, or the dangerous? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, or even the devil, I guess. And thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye.